Hi, I'm Dana DiLorenzo, and you're watching and listening Death Curse Society, which is funny because I wasn't told that it was video. I was only told it was audio, and then I was told it was just going to be a tag, and now look what's happening. I'm doing graphics, look at that. Subscribe, listen, watch, and then, wah!
Here we are again, gang, ready for another edition of Monday Maniacs on Death Curse Society. Hope you guys are doing okay.
What? You got something?
Ziggy, we talked.
Oh, your nose there.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
We talked about.
See, I told him marijuana is a gateway drug.
What you guys doing, man?
Oh boy, you're going to be all hyped up tonight, aren't you?
Now, let's just be serious. We're having a little fun. We just got to set the tone just for how silly of a movie we are about to review is. We do not advocate the use of drugs like that in any way, shape, or form. Seriously. It's powdered sugar, a prop, just a public service announcement. We're just going to have fun because that is in the vein of this absolutely over-the-top, ridiculous movie we're about to review. So, yes.
Okay, well, he says we. If you want to snort some fucking coke, go snort some fucking coke. I don't care. Just don't hurt anybody else. You do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care.
Great. The DEA is going to be knocking on all our doors before the end of the show, I'm sure. Great. Thanks, guys. Another governmental agency that I needed to deal with this week. Appreciate it.
Can't be good.
Colonel, how you been this week?
Pretty good. I was working a lot for the French overlords, but I did get to go to the movies a few times this weekend. I'm telling you, boys, seeing the Beyond on the big screen.
Was that beautiful?
Doctor's cut.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this theater was fucking packed. Hell, maybe 150, 200 people max. And it was fucking full. Assholes to elbows, dude.
Damn.
All the way.
I love it. I told you. I was so pissed. When I saw that was announced, it was already 3 days into the tour, and they'd just been here. I missed that shit. I envy you.
And on top of it, son. Right?
That was a quick announcement. They didn't have much promotion around
Dude,
it. Usually that filters in pretty quick, you know?
I think it's maybe a week in advance, if that.
Yeah, but I saw once
shit.
they posted it like a concert tour. So I saw your fucking dates were late February, you know? I mean, and shit, they were in Michigan November or something like that. December. Damn. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. No Italian horror cinema screenings in good old Oklahoma. But we have broken the record over the last 3 months, each month, for the number of tornadoes we've had. So,
I was going to say, Crank broadcasting live from Oz today. And
Dude, there's some devastation about 70 miles south of me that just looks ridiculous, but hey. Hope everyone down there is all right. I'm in good shape. So, connection looks good. No storms in the area tonight.
Oh no, we got an ice storm happening right now, so
No.
business
my
as
shit's
usual.
heading your way, guys.
Yeah.
My shit that came through is heading your way. So
Yeah, I
get ready.
literally have a wind advisory till 10 o'clock tonight. It sounds like a fucking wind tunnel out there right now. So, it may just be the crank show by the time it's all fucking done tonight.
It could be.
Yeah, Ziggy, how about you? How was your week? I know what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was doing the same. I was watching a lot of shit on Shudder, and boy, I can say this: that must have been an aberration of the streak of great movies that they released a couple of years ago out there, because, yeah, not so much this time around with the ones at least I've been watching. So I mean,
I watched one of the new ones that they dropped last week.
Which one did you watch?
We Have a Ghost.
Oh yeah,
David Harbour.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah,
Did you watch that one?
That guy he's found a niche into that kind of that
Quirky role.
Quirky roles that are kind of comedy but still very serious at times. So yeah, I'm digging it. He's cool. He's okay in my book.
I mean, not your typical horror movie.
No.
But I was surprised by it. It's kind of got an E.T. storyline, heart to it, and
Fried Berry all over again.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. It was, I don't know, I wasn't quite ready for it, but it was something different, and it was definitely was not anything like what I was expecting. So that was cool. But the other thing,
on Netflix.
We Have a Ghost.
Yeah.
That may be. Yeah, that is on Netflix.
Yep.
Okay.
And enjoy it for one more day if you're stealing a sub from somebody or borrowing somebody else's credentials. That's about to come to an end. Well, that's a huge mistake, I think. But hey,
they've done fucked up.
it's money.
But
All
we'll
about
see.
the money. We'll see.
No,
Maybe they
a lot
know
of money
something.
They're going to fucking lose.
Yeah. The other thing, and I know Ziggy's been doing this too. I have spent way too long stuck on an island, digging my way, trying to find my way through Sons of the Forest, the new video game that dropped on Thursday. Holy shit. If you guys ever played The Forest, which came out in 2014 for PC, and then sometime it came out on consoles, and we got a hold of it. When did we start playing that? 19, 20?
Well, yeah, I think it was like early on in the pandemic or right before the pandemic we got a hold of it. Probably 19. That sounds about right. Because one of our buddies introduced it to me, and I was like, it was on the cheap. I went, okay, I'll check it out. And then after like an hour, I was just like, Jesus Christ, this is the greatest thing it's so crazy, I mean, it's survival at its best. Yeah. And I started hitting these guys going, you guys got to get this. Craig is going, I got no time to get into no fucking game.
I said, if you guys are still playing it in a week, because most of the ones that guy recommends were done in like 2 nights, and we never play it again. So, but they were playing it a week later, so I went ahead and got it, and holy shit, blew my mind.
Yep, the next thing you know, Frank had all the, like, there's little gun parts hidden all over this island. They're very hard to discover and find. This guy had them all in fucking a week.
Well,
blowing monsters away with the gun.
I had to help.
It's cool. But it's sick. I mean, as somebody who I consider myself an occasional gamer like that, more console than I am PC for sure. I haven't done any PC gaming since World of Warcraft days. Yeah, man, like the early on days. So I got off of it. But when they announced this was coming, and then here it is. It was like, wow, it was like such a surprise. And I'm sitting there going like, well, this computer here could probably handle it, and it does.
Oh, mine's beautiful.
This fucking graphics, man. It's like looking at it's short of a movie. Like some of the shots of long shots of beaches and mountains and shit, you would think you're looking at a picture or an actual video somebody shot. It's that clean. And, so far, we put a few days in on it, but it is fucking insane, man. It's a good game. It's going to be good. They're going to be adding shit to it. So we may do some streaming on it just because we're trying to get our feet wet and figure out how to fuck to play it, how to work it before we embarrass ourselves in a arena like that.
Yeah.
Colonel's like, you guys can fuck yourselves.
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
convince
not going to be on the stream, so.
Why not?
I don't have a fucking gaming PC.
Get one, man.
All right, I'll tell you.
This game's good.
All right, let me take my nickel. I'll plant it out in the yard, put some water on it, make sure it gets plenty of sunlight, grow that money tree. I'll just go out and buy a $1,200, $1,500 gaming PC, and that's just a startup.
All right. Fine then. Anyway, Sons of the Forest, insane.
Probably get a console in at least in a couple of years. That's what happened last time.
It's going to take a couple years before they put this on console, and by then it'll definitely be a PS5 only, because there's no way 4 can do these graphics.
No, it would look. We're taking it back to Sega Genesis, NES, maybe Super NES. Yeah. If you did some shit like that, I don't know.
Let's see who's in the house tonight. We got Tyrone, we got FaZe, we got Gory Tiger, we got Lorena saying, drop your cares and grab your bears. It's time for Monday Maniacs. Yeah, the puns are probably going to be coming all night long, guys, so just be careful. Patricia's here, Adam's here, BK's here. He says, getting prepared for the show. All I need is a beer. There it is.
The rim shot button's getting broke tonight.
Oh, is it? There we go.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't?
Uh-oh. I got it.
Yours is really quiet, though.
It always has been.
Hold on. Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh, then I don't know.
We'll have to.
I got to reconnect that.
I guess we won't be breaking the rim shot button unless we do a quiet one.
I got to reconnect that at some point. I don't know why that went away. Oh well, I'm not that worried about it. Tarek's here. Patricia's here. Adam likes your Dawn of the Dead shirt, Ziggy.
It's like the vintage style, but what, my fright rags, right, Colonel? Yeah, fright rags.
S. Michael's here. Rachel's here.
Welcome.
Andy's here. Oh, and Adam also really wants to hear our opinions on Knock at the Cabin, if you guys have seen it. Stick around. We may talk about that one a little bit. Who's seen it? Colonel's seen that one.
Obviously. I think I'm the only one.
It's on, you can watch it.
It's on streaming now, but
yeah.
Every time I want to go and see it at the theater, either something comes up work-wise here, DCS stuff, or I pull it up to look at the theater, and it's not showing that day, but it's showing the day before or the day after. And I'm like, fuck you.
That makes sense.
My theater's weird, dude. But, yeah, Adam, Colonel's the only one that's gotten to see it, so it may be a short... I want to see it, but...
Yeah, I've heard good things about it for a M. Night Shyamalan film, so, yeah, I'll give it a chance, for sure, as I've done all the rest, and mostly been disappointed.
I see. Thank you for that heads up there, Tarek. I think I know what's going on.
Tech.
Yeah.
Tech guy. Uh-oh.
Is this... can you hear me still?
Yes, but you're really loud.
Is that better?
Much better.
All right.
Whoa! That's hot.
That's back? All
it's
right.
Hot.
Better? Okay. Thank you, Tarek.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Tarek. I didn't realize that was on the wrong setting. So.
Continuous loop of sound.
BK says zagging is quiet rim job.
Hey.
I mean shot.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
This is a rim shot and a fuck you, buddy.
Hey, fuck you, buddy. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, tonight, gang, we're going to be talking about Cocaine Bear. But first off, before we get to that, let us thank our final guys and girls and our members in general. If you want to become a member, check out our website at deathcursesociety.com. We're doing a few changes to the site over the next month or so, so pay attention to that. But also, thanks to our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, Christy, Patricia, Tanya, and Tyrone, our Crazy Ralph Raymond, and our camp counselors, S. Michael, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Kiara, and Dave.
That's right. That's right. Thank you guys for helping us out. Every little bit counts and definitely helps.
I did check that out. The Curse Your Luck section is up on the page, like a actual registration page. So now we can really put that out there and get people queued up. I don't think we're playing next week because we don't have anything lined up good to give away unless I jump into my personal stash, but we'll see. If we get 4 players pop right up, we'll figure it out. We'll see.
Well, or we'll think of another topic to cover. We'll figure it out.
We'll have something. We'll be here next week.
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely be here, but don't know what we're doing yet.
Where are we going to go?
All right, so let's get into it. The, Jesus Christ. I can't believe we're covering this.
Yeah.
Hit theaters on Friday. Cocaine Bear from director Elizabeth Banks, based very loosely. Okay, let's say inspired by true events. Let's say it that way. Yeah, there was a plane that dumped a bunch of cocaine off in the woods in northern Georgia, and the wildlife got into it. That part is true. None of the rest of this movie, I do believe, is factual. What?
Kind of true. The Cocaine Bear is actually in Kentucky, not Georgia.
Well, but it carried through. It started in Georgia. Yeah.
Yes, but the Cocaine Bear is from Kentucky. Not
Okay. All right.
He's fucking around with the national landmark, man.
No, because the Kentucky Theater in Lexington, Thursday night, they had Cocaine Bear cookies they were selling. Like, this is way too far away from me to even consider going. But it's really cool. Just bears, like, powdered sugar on their noses. But Friday night and Saturday night, apparently they actually found the Cocaine Bear and stuffed this son of a bitch and had him on display Friday and Saturday night for people to take pictures with. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. And but yeah, it was not. It was a bit of a haul.
Wow.
So,
that would be interesting. I don't know if I'd drive that far to see it, but
no.
Yeah. Basically, if you want to know the real synopsis, an oddball group of cops, criminals, tourists, and teens converge on a Georgia forest where a huge black bear goes on a murderous rampage after unintentionally ingesting cocaine. Colonel, what did you think you were getting into before you went to see this movie? Let's start there.
I thought I was getting into just the most ridiculous fucking movie. Easily this year, possibly the last 5 years. I knew I was walking into something fucking that's going to be dumb in a nice way, but fucking dumb. And that's exactly what I got.
In a good way?
I think so.
All right. And Ziggy, same?
Yeah, there's nothing hidden with what this is or what it's going to be about. You got it. You saw the trailer. You got it. This is what it's more. It's more of like a. I enjoyed like the characters of it more, I think, than the actual what it was. The story itself. The title itself. You go for fucking 40 minutes without even seeing the fucking bear because you're getting to know all these people, and they're pretty good 80s jobs, I think. But yeah, man, you know what you were getting when you were getting into this, and it absolutely, it's Sharknado with a little more polish and some better acting. If you're into that kind of thing, this is for you.
Yeah. I knew that when I went to see this, I would have to be in that frame of mind, minus the drugs, to be able to watch this movie. Because I knew this was going to be one I could not judge seriously or very seriously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew it was going to be ridiculous, but entertaining. Or I thought it was going to be ridiculous and entertaining. And I think it was. I don't know if this is going to become a regular watch, but this is one of those movies I think that will come along and somebody may see it like in my library or something at some point. Not like a library, but you know what I mean, in my collection, and be like, "Oh, Cocaine Bear, I've never seen that," and I'll be like, "You're about to see it now," and it may be one of those that I show to people over the years, but I don't see myself sitting down to watch this again on my own, But What about you, Ziggy?
Yeah, I have to agree. Towards the end, I was kind of like, all right, what the fuck? Here we go. This is the final showdown. Let's get to it. What the fuck? That was a problem I did have with it, was some of the subplot was a little fucking wonky, man. And it just didn't need to have that kind of shit in what this was.
Right.
You just go balls out with your bear running through with the tropes of a cocaine user. That is fucking enough. That's all you needed with this. And yet they tried to fuse in some humanizing the bear a little bit, and it just takes away from it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got you. Colonel, is this going to become a regular watch or?
Oh, fuck no.
Okay.
This is definitely, for me, is one of those one and done type deals. I don't even think it'll even be in my collection. It says, oh, I've never seen Cocaine Bear. I'm like, you've never seen it? You're watching it now? I'll say, rent it on Vudu for fucking $2.99. Give it a shot. Like I said, I enjoy dumb humor. I enjoy funny movies. But if I'm going to watch an animal kill people over and over again, I'm going to stick with the more serious films like Jaws, Orca. I mean, I won't even put like the Piranha isn't even on that fucking list. Like, it's those to me, those are one and fucking dones. I want a serious fucking movie if I want to watch a killer animal.
I didn't think of that.
How about Crawl?
Yes, Crawl is definitely on the list too. Want to watch everyone.
Colonel, that's pretty good though. A good comparison would be those new Piranha remakes they did a few years ago to this style of movie. It's that kind of stupid, dark humor, intentionally stupid, but in a good way or an okay way. The presentation. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there's definitely a market for this. I mean, thing made $30 million this weekend. So, and someone like Al, one of our buddies out there, sent it in. Meth Gator is coming.
Yes.
They're right on it.
There's gonna be all kinds of spin-offs off this fucking movie.
Oh yeah. This is going to spawn a whole
heroin mosquito
genre.
Fucking, yeah, it's all coming. Just get ready.
Viagra Velociraptor.
Yes.
I'd watch that. Though.
Probably Vicodin Velociraptor would be a better, more ring to it, something like that.
Wait till we get the movie about the sloth on speed.
Yeah,
it's gonna be something to see.
Woo. Man, I think the viewers are going to be the stars tonight because Tarek says, when I said Cocaine Bear to the wife, she thought I was making a snarky reference to that poo slasher. I'm like, no, but that's the ultimate mashup, cocaine poo.
Very good.
Oh, that bear has some cocaine poos, I'll tell you what.
And Lorena, in reference to the Inspired by True Events, says, so most of the movie is a bare-faced lie.
I want bear and cocaine capitalized in your puns, please, so we can really enunciate them properly. Thank you.
All right. And then she also says, sounds pretty low quality. That was a stretch, but
I'll take it.
You get it.
All right. So, I have a question for you guys. So, what's the most condescending type of bear? A panda. Thank you.
Oh, really?
Well, okay. Is that better?
No.
That's where we need the Vince McMahon "You're fired" button. You know what I mean?
All right. So
you didn't come up with a Ziggy.
So Ziggy, initial thoughts on Cocaine Bear? Now that you've seen it.
Yes, and it's exactly what you would expect, 100%. And it's acted well. It's got you get a look at Ray Liotta and he's in there a little bit. I mean, boy, and he looks rough, in this too.
But the one thing about him, he looks like he's having a fucking ball doing this movie.
This is right up his personality and shit, so he plays it up as a kind of a mob lieutenant or whatever it is, and it's cool. It's good to see him. I'll miss him. Goodfellas is one of the greatest of all time. But right. I mean, and what he does, what he's asked to do here, okay, you could tell he's having fun with it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got a whole mom dynamic going after her kids who skipped school to go paint some fucking rocks at a waterfall somewhere where the Cocaine Bear is, of course. And and again, I get it. You had to have some kind of friction here for a reason to be out there. So, but yeah, I just think some of this stuff missed the mark. Some of this subplot stuff, especially having the way they had to kind of unite up at the end. I did, however, dig the gangsters and the police standoff. That was really good. That was good. Yeah, that was great.
How about you, Colonel? Initial thoughts coming out of Cocaine Bear?
I'm like Ziggy. That was exactly what I expected to fucking see. Because it's no fucking secret, it's a movie about a bear high on fucking cocaine, and that's what I got. I'm like Zach. I didn't really mind all the subplots going on because really you have 3 different sets of people, all in the area, so we each got a story for each of them. That didn't really bother me any.
I just really feel like if they'd have gone a little bit different, they could have really had a chance to make something like this. Could have been an epic fucking piece, But I mean,
it never really had a chance to be an epic piece. I'm sorry, bro.
I know what you mean there too. I hear you, but I disagree because I think if you would have done the subplots a little bit better and it's a little more interesting, that would have helped a lot. I mean, this isn't never going to be a top of the line thing. You're going to be one of those Jurassic Park epic type films. Oh no, the CGI is not quite good enough for that. But
I was hair above sci-fi.
It is better.
I give them props on that one.
Well, I was actually pretty impressed with the CGI for what it was.
It's still, I mean, you can't. I mean, there's no live bear on this set.
No,
none whatsoever. Which, I always appreciate it when they bring the fucking animal wrangler in there and say, okay, now don't look him in the eyes. You hear later on behind the scenes. But I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, and the gore, Colonel will probably agree with me on this. It's CGI, but it is decent. And some of the stunts they do are pretty ambitious and cool. Except there's one there that I really wanted more out of. It probably took a point away. I'll be honest. The gurney. I'll just say it. The gurney.
Oh, dude, that looked pretty good.
That would have been. That thing needed to roll over at the end, and we needed to see the back of her fucking skull. Then I would have been like, yes.
I see what you're saying.
Yes. The concept great because that's a tough one to pull off, but what a horrible missed opportunity for a great static practical effect.
Oh, here we go. Andy says, are you guys aware that Waylon Jennings owned the stuffed actual bear this was based on?
I was watching that. There's, and Colonel, I see, corroborates my story that there's several people claiming ownership of the cocaine bear. And the one real one is somewhere. Colonel says it's in Kentucky.
Well, now how do we know?
I'm not going to break out a fucking evidence like Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C.
And this was a fucking video that was in passing like 3 weeks ago on the Reels or something, and I was watching it on, so who the fuck knows? But
if he's on Facebook Reels while you're taking a shit, that's not true.
That's how Ziggy does his research, folks, for every Monday Maniacs.
Toilet?
Yes. Toilet research.
Can really get some thinking done in there.
That's right. Faye says, I feel Zag, if the subplots were done well and connected to each other better, the movie could have been much better. Borderline smart even. But it works as a dumb but funny flick.
You don't have to think at all going into this. Not one iota. Just go in and watch.
That's because it's a movie called Cocaine Bear.
And that's their point. I get it, but I think it could have been a little better if they, a little more. That's the little things that you add to it that make good great.
Don't even remind you who the director of this film is.
Cocaine.
No.
Elizabeth Banks. Yeah.
Elizabeth
What's
Banks.
wrong with her?
First directorial debut.
What's wrong with her?
She did fine. This is the same woman who doesn't know enough about heroes to say like certain ones are good and some ones get watched. So it's Elizabeth Banks. Like I'm not going to expect a whole lot out of her.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but all right.
Yeah, do some research. Do some toilet research.
Why?
You'll find it on a reel.
I don't need to research Elizabeth Banks. I know enough about her.
This is where I needed the button of John Bender saying, "Excuse me, what are you babbling about?"
Well, I'm trying. All right, fine. I'll say some sound sexist as shit. That's what I was trying to avoid. She says people don't watch female-led superhero movies or some shit, which is totally bullshit. It's one of those people. It's like they forgot about fucking.
There's
fucking Ellen Ripley and shit like that from before. That's all.
There's just one. What? She's just obviously pointing at Ghostbusters. Is what? One failed? Because they took a beloved fucking property that is set with characters that everybody loves and tried to bring it. Which, if you watch that movie, it's not. They did fine with it, but man, nobody wanted that shit.
Let's not go down the Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
right.
That's what I'm trying to avoid.
That's kind of. It sounds like that's the genesis of her statement that she said. I mean, what female lead? Fuck it. Ripley. Fucking. That's one of the greats.
Yeah,
Stevie Wayne.
Anyway, Cocaine Bear.
I have no idea. All right. Lorena says, I'm so embarrassed for the lack of capitalization. With great powder comes great responsibility.
That's it. That's it.
Yes! I like it.
You got that little, at the end, the twitch.
Love it, the little sniff. He's just...
Tarek says, so they were flipping between 3 journeys. They really went full Fellowship of the Ring. I can respect that. How about that? Fellowship of the Cocaine Bear. That would have been a better title, I think.
That's so fucking weird how... Well, one was a rescue mission, and the other 2 were kind of seeking the ring, so to speak. So, right. Okay, I could totally buy that, man. That's good. The Lord of the Cocaine Bear.
No. Okay, so who was your favorite character in this one, Colonel?
Go Zag. There's something going on. I'm going to be on mute for a while.
Oh, okay. Ziggy.
The foreign hiker, like the first guy we see.
Oh, God, really?
He's fucking hysterical, dude, and I just loved his dedication to the rescue. In there, but I mean, come on, dude. Everybody is so wacky and over the top. I mean, the fucking the gangsters. That dude's pretty fucking funny when those 2 were bonding. The son and the. I enjoyed that. I thought that was pretty good, and more stuff like that would have really helped this movie. Because that shit was like Midnight Run-esque almost, with the dude in the back going, "Are you fucking serious right now?"
Those were some good ones. I like the one gangster. Hold on, let me find his name. Bob, I believe, was his name. Played by Isaiah Whitlock. He was funny, and when he gets jumped in the bathroom. Is a great scene because they're like, "Give me your money." He's like, "Nah, I don't think I'm going to do that." Nah. And then all hell breaks loose. So, Colonel, are you in the quiet room yet?
Well, you're going to hear something. At least it's quiet enough.
All right.
Damn. You. Not even the main character, but still my favorite character was fucking Ray Liotta. Just to kind of give a different answer. So I just love the fact his grandpa pretty much raising his fucking grandson because his son just took off. Just let the kid say, "I'm out." He's like, "Come get your fucking kid." I don't know. I just thought Ray Liotta was fucking great in this movie, man. For such a small part, he was fantastic.
He had some.
Everybody else I got kind of tired of. Maybe he wasn't enough for me to get tired of. I was just like, okay, the right amount of Ray Liotta.
He had some good he had some good moments in this movie, even though like you said, he wasn't in a whole lot of it. What's up, Allie? How you doing? That's my government name. I'm Red Crank tonight.
Oh, that's another movie. I can't wait to get made. Red Crank on Crank.
Cocaine Crank.
But put Red Crank in the Jason Statham spot.
Yep.
Am I going to be the bear?
No.
Oh.
I could be. There's a DCS parody right there. Me rolling around in the woods with cocaine all over.
Yeah. Let me cook that idea for a minute.
That would be better. I'd rather do that one.
The forest
All right.
is yours.
Was the plot fulfilling enough for you, Colonel?
Yeah, I'm trying to show him because it's a movie called fucking Cocaine Bear. So the plot was fulfilling. I mean, we got your happy ending, which I was a happy ending without spoiling. I was totally there for. I wanted it. It was fucking great. Cheesy as it fucking was. And then you even get your little joke on the way out. Like,
Yeah, stay during the credits.
yeah, you get
Two little. Yep,
You get
two
a couple little
credits.
bonus. Yeah, you get a couple little post or mid-credit scenes. So
So I found it satisfying. I mean, it was, especially the what's she chewing on?
Right.
Anyway.
they weren't going to put those back. Oh, okay. Lorena says, "I'll put a pause on the puns if you'd like. Maybe time to draw the line." You're killing me, Lorena.
I love it.
Ziggy, what about you? Plot fulfilling enough?
Well, no, obviously, because I said that with the way these subplots are kind of disjointed, discombobulated, it affected it for me. I'm not giving them the easy out that this movie's called Cocaine Bear. You shouldn't be
It's
expecting
not an
anything.
easy out. You're expecting too fucking much. It's
Nah.
like watching a movie called fucking Slacks about possessed pants. You had less
Right, but
complaints about. There was a movie about possessed pants.
subplots were much better and more connected in that one than it was here. So
You're gonna
you're
agree to
supporting
disagree
my
on this.
argument is what you're doing.
Nah, I'm gonna agree to disagree with you on this one. I think you're just giving.
I
it too
just
much.
think, regardless of what the fuck they call it, this could have been. You could have made that little bit, or shorten this fucking thing by 25 minutes. Make it an hour and 10-minute, 15-minute movie, and
No,
that would have worked too.
you have to be around 90, man, for something
And
like
you
this.
gotta fluff that shit up a little bit in there. That's where I'm standing.
All right. Fine. I thought it fit. For what I was expecting, I thought it fit. I actually liked the three kind of intersecting stories, even though, I have no problem with them.
I can't stop thinking Lord of the Rings now. Fucking.
I know.
Tarek.
I know. Thanks, Tarek.
Fucking. Ruined.
You fucking ruined. Well, if it was Lord of the Rings style, it would have been 3.5 hours long, though. So that would have been a problem. The one line to rule them all. I'll give myself that one. What'd you think of Elizabeth Banks' directing style? Did you think her chops were proven even on her first film? Ziggy?
Okay. She has a good eye, I think. I'm sure. I'm not sure who the director of photography was, but I'm sure they were kind of like, what would look great, and maybe not. Maybe she scoped the whole thing out and called it. She did good. It looks aesthetically fine. Like I said, Sharknado with a lot more polish and much better acting. So that fits it for me. I think she did fine with it. Technically, it's sound. It looks good. Sounds good.
Colonel?
Yeah, I think she did a fine job. Nothing groundbreaking, you know what I mean? Nothing. I mean, I'm kind of with Zag to an extent. I mean, I didn't see anything. I'm like, oh man, that's a really smart move by Elizabeth Banks. Looks like she just watched all the Sharknado and said, well, we set up this, and this, and this. Again, it was good. It wasn't a complete flop. I mean, there's people who had way worse directorial debuts and Cocaine Bear. But like I said, nothing groundbreaking. Made me think she's doing pretty good. It's like,
Yeah. I will say this. There were moments of suspense in this that played out very well. Better than a lot of other horror movies that I've seen the last 6 months, though.
Oh my God. I just started thinking about the mom totally hiding behind that tree. They fucking directly lifted that shit from Fellowship of the Ring. With the cave dweller coming around. Remember that shit? Holy fuck. It is Lord of the Rings.
Are you sure that was fucking powdered sugar, dude? Because you've been fucking hyped. Like more so than
I was, tempted. I think I ingested some of it. I don't know. Maybe snorting powdered sugar is a new stimulant here.
Here's a sub question for you then. What's the weirdest substance you've ever snorted, Ziggy?
Maybe Kool-Aid when I was 10, something like that.
Colonel?
No, I'm kind of on the same path as Zag. Not really Kool-Aid, but Smarties. I get paid like fucking $10 a fucking line in high school. Man, I'd take some Smarties. I'd grill them, get a nice big long line on the science table. Just I get gas money somehow. So that shit burns.
Yep. Colonel in high school.
What's that stuff like?
No.
Good God. Well, Allie says Pixie Sticks.
Wow.
Along with Ariel, Pixie Sticks powder.
What the fuck, man? I vaguely remember doing the Kool-Aid, and it wasn't good. It didn't do anything.
Oh no, none of this is good.
When I was in high school, but you took the fucking pack, you open it up. I did this one once. Jesus Christ! You put it in your mouth, instantly absorbs all your fucking saliva.
Just dry mouth
like a motherfucker. All that shit. It just goes up. No.
I watched a guy do a line of cinnamon and roll around on the floor for 15 minutes. Like, kept coughing, and it was like Godzilla. It was just clouds of it coming out, dude. I couldn't help him because we were laughing.
I didn't think this question would be this big of a hit, but
wow.
Faze says the Smarties thing trended at his school.
Oh God, remember the Fun Dip with the white stick and stuff?
Yeah.
I think I did that. Oh shit. The Limeade or whatever the hell it was called. Damn, man.
Tarek says, during my gas station days, my coworkers would go in the back and snort crushed mini thins. That had to burn. Rosie wants to know if that was Up in Smoke.
Yeah, it was Up in Smoke, correct.
Andy says his ex-wife snorted salt in the Plainfield truck stop.
Oh no, it means she probably thought she scored, and god damn.
Oh, BK wants to know, who was it, Ziggy?
Oh, I can't say.
Are they here?
No.
Oh, okay.
They're probably not watching. It was, you know what? I'll say who it was. It was the guy was named Mario. He was a actual fucking dwarf. Peter Dinklage, dude.
Dinklage. Drinklage?
Did I say Drinklage? Yeah. The drainage. He would do. He did the fucking also. You'd bet him like you'd lay $100 on the table and he would just bug out. You're like, all right, man, you gotta do a spoonful of the cinnamon and get it down in 1 minute. And he couldn't do it. So then he was like, all right, if you can snort that line and keep. And then finally it was he had to do the crackers. He had to eat 10 of the Ritz crackers in 1 minute. And we could have gave him 10 minutes. And he was just like, and just you can imagine the visual watching this. You know what I mean? It was this guy.
You guys are fucking assholes. Like,
he was willing though. I mean, this dude would have let us toss him if we.
How old were you before I go any further with this? Like,
how old was I?
Yeah, how old were you guys? You don't have to give me an exact number. Just give me a range.
This is 2008.
All right, so you're old enough to okay.
Old enough to know better.
I was just kind of like the ringmaster. I was kind of the facilitator of the games. I showed up with, you know what I mean? I didn't put the money out or anything, man, but the guy was willing. He was a willing.
He was your age, Colonel. He was your age when this happened.
Old enough to know better. This poor guy probably just reaching out and trying to find people to hang out with. Like that,
one day we're gonna have to do the specialty show, just like top 10 laughs of all time, because I got some shit that will fucking rock you guys, man. And that's one of them. That's definitely one of them. The dude snorting the fucking cinnamon was one of the funniest things I've ever witnessed, and I hope to see something that funny again. Yeah.
You need to reach out to Mario and have him come on the show and do it again.
I ran into him, and when I was out in Ann Arbor, I saw him. He's a fucking dwarf. So I mean,
What are you
he's
tying
my
your
friend,
shoes?
man. But dude, I walked
When
up
you
to
saw-
him. This is crazy, man. Okay, so there's a bunch of custodians walking around, and I was like, hey, I walk up to him, go to shake his hand, and I notice that his eyebrows are completely shaved off, and they're drawn back in with like a Sharpie. I just went, okay, And one of our other custodians came up, Reverend Charles Tilson. I'm going to put him out too. And he's like, he walks up, same thing. Hey, Mario, my man. Falls on the sidewalk laughing while I'm standing here just playing his day like nothing was wrong, And then, so yeah, this guy, he's a hell of a guy, man. He's a hell of a guy.
Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you, it would be a worthy show. I got some stories.
Again, but at the same time, in the back of my mind, I keep thinking this is a fucked up thing. I'm thinking this is shit you're doing in high school, not when you're 35 fucking years old.
Dude, it was on a college campus. I guess that's close enough, even though
That's true. That's true.
should have known better. But I mean, gang mentality, man.
I know this is so 10 minutes ago, but the worst thing I think I ever snorted was I was dared at Pizza Hut to snort a line of Parmesan cheese.
Man.
Whew, my sinuses were clear for a week. For a week. But I will say, also getting mustard directly sprayed up the nose. Oh, that is gag and vomiting inducing.
You give me the private message. I could have pulled that up.
No,
I don't
because
have.
I didn't know I was gonna. I didn't know we were gonna talk about this.
Snorting condiments and whatnot. Yeah, who knew?
Okay, that's a good fucking shot. Whoever closed that, I'm just saying.
All right, Faye says this was inevitably going to devolve into a conversation about other things that have been snorted in the past. Yeah. Rosie says such shenanigans. Andy says Ozzy snorted ants off the sidewalk in the 80s. Motley Crue attests to this.
I mean, look
Right.
at the piss.
The piss too. Somebody
Yeah.
pissed on it before.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Somebody
look at
clarified too. There was something even grosser that happened that is like an add-on to that story, but it's not always told correctly. I don't know. I want to go and look back at the publication before I start quoting it. It's crazy.
Tarek says it's equal parts I could not have predicted, and it was obvious.
Yes.
Look at,
And Lorena says Crank is going to have to be carried out in a wheelbarrow. Okay, I'm done. Thank you, Lorena. All right.
Yeah.
We kind of touched on it. Special effects. Not impressed, really? I thought they were pretty good.
They were satisfactory. They were the bare minimum. The bare minimum. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And it's unintentional. But
It's so easy. It's so easy.
But there was a point, like when you see a limb get thrown or something, it's a rubber limb. That's cool. That's where your practical stuff comes in. And there was one quite spectacular CGI effect that's awesome. It's probably the highlight. I would say it's the highlight kill of the movie. Wouldn't you say, Colonel? You know what I mean?
You're referencing as an ode.
In the cabin.
Oh, in the cabin.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking
With the gangster.
I was thinking outside. For the one I liked.
Okay, that's cool. We
Yeah,
got
it was
different
not
ones
the
then.
original one.
Okay, we got good then. We got different ones. That's cool. All right, I'll say it. Mine is a gunshot, a misfired
Okay.
gunshot, and it's you get it from the business side, the exit side, and it's fucking sweet.
I hated that one.
You hated it?
Dude, it was.
That one was probably the fakest one to me.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
It's so fake looking, man.
I appreciated that, because that's a hard thing to do, and I went, okay, the only thing that would have been better than that if you saw the Dawn of the Dead in 3D, and they
Wish.
enhanced it all like that. So when those guys got shot like that, especially that, the two head blows, of course,
Mhm.
Dude, pieces hit you right in the face. It was great. They didn't get that with this, but I loved the idea of it, and it's probably the most shocking one too. I would say it's just startling. You know, it's like you see it coming, and then it happens. You're like, oh fuck. You know. More comments.
No, like I said, I thought that was probably the fakest one. There was one I wish there would have been more of, though, and that was the one in the tree that got dropped backwards and then fell down. I wanted that to be bloodier.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I wish you could barely see it. You barely see anything. You just heard everything in that one.
right.
Yeah.
Well, not until it dropped,
It
but
started running a little bit down the one side, but it wasn't. Yeah, it could have been
Yeah.
a bucket. That would have been sweet too. Of course, always. There's no such thing as less is more when it comes with the fucking blood in a.
not when it comes to
horror
blood.
movie.
No. But no,
man.
you guys are wrong. I'm telling you. You're not wrong, but Zag, yes, yours is.
Go ahead, give me yours.
Yeah, what's yours?
Oh,
man?
dude, fuck, spoiler alert. I mean, who cares at this point? It's fucking Cocaine Bear.
You're not missing anything. Yeah.
Dude getting ripped in half. Hello, and the intestines being pulled out. I wish we would have seen fucking more of it. I don't know. I love a good tip of the cap to fucking Romero whenever I see one, man. So
Exactly.
that's always going to be at the top of my list for any movie.
And there was another one near the end where the intestines get pulled out. I thought was pretty Romero-esque.
That's what he
I just
said.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
literally just said that.
He literally
I thought that was. I thought there was a different one. I thought there was one in the
No.
cabin and then one at the end.
cabin was the gunshot with the ranger.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
no, well, you remember though, it could have been in the cabin. I can't remember everything, but there's that one person that was dismembered. And
Oh, yeah, he
that
was all
TikTok
kinda
guy
ripped up
discovered it and,
with the
yeah.
paw. Yeah.
That was the one I thought was ripped in half, though.
Well, that motherfucker was ripped in fucking quarters, bro.
He was
That dude was
juicy.
fucked
He was.
up.
Like I said, it could have used some more blood. It definitely could have used more blood in this.
It could have.
That would have definitely helped with maybe the lack of the things I don't like about it. But
The limbs, though, like the body parts that got severed,
look
those
good.
look pretty
they
good.
look pretty good.
You know, Allie says bears like limbs.
They do.
Rosie says Pablo Escobar. I'm telling you, the comments are the star of the fucking show. I'm telling you tonight.
I knew this was going to be a silly one, man, but boy, oh boy, this is good. And it's, I love it. The participation is absolutely welcome.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Very bearable.
You don't
You
win
had your
for
finger
that
on
one.
that the last 10 minutes, haven't you?
You don't.
Wait,
No, I'm working. I'm working all over the place, man. I don't have time to just sit on one button all night. Faye says it really looked like the very first shot of the movie was CGI animated with the man and woman being shot from the sky. Then when it zooms in on them, it becomes normal live action. I'd have to see it again, but something seemed off about it.
I think no. It's
Excuse me.
standard drone procedures. But if it ever shows up on free TV, I'll take a look. I'll look for that.
Like I said, I thought some of the shots were done pretty well. Like I was saying, I thought that some of the suspense was captured pretty well with, certain scenes. Even though we're talking about a bear, they kind of treated him like a slasher,
Stalker.
Yeah, or a stalker. Yeah,
Yeah. They did that good.
at times, and I thought they played it off well.
And then you'd go 40 minutes without seeing the fucking bear again.
Right. Who was your least favorite character?
Ooh.
Colonel.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Like I said, it was really hard for me to really like any of them. I thought they were all just okay. My least favorite character, though, it has to be that fucking teenager dude that's taking them to the gazebo. I just
Oh, really?
it's annoying. It has to be him. Or the fucking police chief. I changed it. The police chief.
Really?
I really went on his jurisdiction. Yeah, he was too buffoonish, if that makes sense. Like he was too fucking Officer Wiggums. You know what I mean? At times.
Well, yeah.
I just liked it how the standoff, and then the compromises were just forced. Like, okay, yep, go ahead.
Yeah.
So, I would say that probably the punk that was stealing the candy with the ranger standing right there and stuff. He was annoying to me. 'Cause I dug what the dialogue between the gangster son and the one punk gangster was funny when they, he's all broken hearted and the other dude's consoling him, and just his words of wisdom are so goddamn stupid, but the way he delivers them are perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good, but his other buddy is kind of a douche and is annoying. How about you?
I really disliked the park ranger. I did not like her. Yeah. I don't know why, but she seemed like she had one thing on her mind and fuck everything else.
That's what and that's why I think I'm okay with it, because.
Oh, you're okay with that selfish behavior? I see.
Well, I got it. I thought she delivered on what it was supposed to be. You know what I mean? Because clearly,
well, I'm not saying I didn't agree with the way she acted it. I'm just saying that was my least favorite character.
Yeah, I mean, and that's that's the one I wanted to see road rashed. And
that would have been nice.
That's what I thought was the weakest CGI right there, the skidding and stuff, and it's splatting out and everything, but it's. Without the payoff, it doesn't work. It's not good.
Rachel says, had to send you a meme on Messenger, but these jokes are unbearably hilarious. Yeah, see? It just over and over again, you guys are going to win the night. Seth is here. He says, I agree with Colonel on the characters.
Thank you, Seth. At least somebody agrees with me on somebody does this movie.
Of course, somebody does. Yeah.
It's not Zag. Fuck him.
We a lot of time. This isn't necessarily a score kind of thing, but I also really dug the soundtrack. It captured 90s or 80 or late 80s music pretty well. And I know. Well, what, Colonel? You disagree?
But I'm just saying, I don't fucking know. I wasn't on when it was on the radio. But
take our word for it, Colonel.
All I know is the fucking Metallica one. That's about Tone Loc. That might have been early '90s. I don't know. Funky Comedy.
Okay, never mind.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't reminisce of the late '80s. Like simpler time. I was like, I can turn to wipe my ass. What are you talking about?
You can sit this one out. Yeah, even Tarek agrees. It captured the late '80s. Colonel's tuned out. Ziggy.
Yes.
I know it's not your style of music.
No. Oh, stop. It's a horrible statement to make about my musical taste. I'm the guy that covers it all, man. I just like to play metal. That's all.
Okay.
Yes. But I thought it was great. I loved it, even with the stupid Universal logo. Oh no, we might get thrown off now for mentioning their fucking names. But
and black.
Yeah, they kicked it out. They picked the right jams. So whoever was in on that helped with that feel of mid '80s for sure. And I would say the wardrobe department too was fucking on point for that time.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Black Phone, same kind of. They nailed that.
Black Phone did it better, but
yes,
I enjoyed what this was.
Black Phone got everything else right.
I did enjoy the pink windbreaker suit.
Yeah, dude, that shit was fucking
with the British Knights.
Dude, it's like a leftover.
That was 80s.
Yeah, that was it, dude. Wow, what a time it was.
Let's see here. Okay, here's another sidetrack question that we can go down. Jay Hampton says, so who wins in a fight? A cocaine lion, a cocaine tiger, or a cocaine bear? I cannot believe you didn't say, oh my.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Ziggy, you get the pick.
I'm going to go with the lion. A coked out lion. Because, yeah, especially if it's like a female lion, man, that would. And there's cubs involved like there were in this one. It's all over.
I'm gonna do this before Colonel can steal it, but I'm gonna say a cocaine Cincinnati Bengal tiger.
Oh yeah.
Obviously a cocaine tiger would. Mainly Only to take the sports out of it. A lion would be good, but a female lion they hunt as a pack. It's where a tiger is a solitary animal, hunts by itself. I think it's stronger and more likely to be the fucking wild one out of the three. And who dey?
And who did? Now see, Seth says Cocaine Toto for the win. I don't know about that one. Tarek says Zigbee lion, y'all.
Wow, it just never ends.
I know, right?
It just never ends.
There we go. Faye says the lion. The kings would just become kingpins. All right. And here's what?
Nothing. Lions.
I thought you were pointing.
That's right. Detroit Lions.
S. Michael says possible sequel, Cocaine Bear Relapse.
Well, it would probably be rehab first, perhaps. Gotta get her some help, man.
You mentioned Al Bonds earlier.
Yeah.
He sent that meme, a clean bear, where he's like, 40 days sober or whatever. Standing in this room.
Holding the chip, right? Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right. Andy says another sequel, Cocaine Cougar, straight out of the burbs.
We're missing the obvious one here. If we're going fucking animals, you got to get the trunk, the elephant, cocaine elephant. Boom, rampage.
Rosie says, what's next, Gorilla in the Vaped Mist?
I'll drink to that.
Tarek has one more, Cocaine Toto, LOL. I bless the lines down in Africa.
Nice. So that was a Seth had a pretty, like Seth won the day for that one and that one. I'm like, sometimes me and Derek are both on the same wavelength. Like, that's a good one.
Wait. God damn it, Seth.
Oh, Seth, thank you.
Cocaine Lion, maybe, unless it's Thanksgiving Day. The Lions don't win on Thanksgiving.
Best line ever Family Guy ever dropped was that Brian falls into a lion pit at the zoo on Thanksgiving, and he says to the lions, "Shouldn't you be in Detroit losing a football game?" Motherfucker. Looking for you, fucking Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. All right. Jeez, I don't even know what else there is to talk about with this, to be honest with you. Throw me a topic in there, Ziggy.
Well, we didn't really go to the ending. I mean, were you okay with how it ended?
Yeah.
Yeah, just.
I mean, yeah.
There's nothing spectacular. I thought it's forgettable. It's cliche, but I will say the 2 credit add-ons helped that ending.
Mm-hmm.
Helped me feel better about it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
I was fine with the ending. I wasn't expecting much out of the ending. I don't know what you were expecting, but
I don't know. I mean, just the whole thing with the Cubs was kind of, although I loved the line, "It's a female. How do you know? It's vaginas on my ear."
So that was given away at the beginning of the movie because it made sense once they said that. But I remember seeing the first time we seen the bear and she stood up. I'm like, man, they paid a lot of attention to give her all these fucking nipples.
right.
And later on, yeah. So, okay. So they kind of the themed us. They gave you the answer right at the fucking beginning. You just had to pay attention. At least you didn't have to learn how to speak a different language. So give the fucking spoiler on that one.
There was a comment about that earlier. Hold on. Yeah. Tarek wanted to know. Brings to mind, is the Cocaine Bear female? Well, there you go. Now you know.
Yes, she absolutely is.
Oh, man. How about you, Colonel? Was the ending satisfactory?
Yeah, I had no problem with it. Like I said, it was a happy ending everybody fucking wanted. The bad guy was disposed of, everybody was happy and go lucky, and yeah. And, it's so heartwarming when you see a mother bear and her 2 cubs just fucking chilling out, eating some cocaine in a fucking meadow, just sunbathing on the rocks, playing around. It's fucking great. It brought a tear to my eye. It really did. It was loving.
I will
No, it
say,
did not bring a tear to my eye, but it was satisfactory. It was a happy ending. I'll take it.
All right. Yeah.
tear in his eye from being zooted the entire time.
I like the fact that this movie didn't take itself too seriously, but also didn't parody itself.
Right.
Didn't like go completely
Sharknado?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't go Sharknado.
Just,
Boy, but it was in that gray area the entire 90 minutes. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the humor was more naturalistic about from the story instead of just like some goofy shot of the bear most of the time.
And better acting really helps something like this too.
Yeah.
As someone who lived through this time, the bear at times demonstrates symptoms of somebody who uses cocaine, which is kind of funny. I did appreciate that because I do know,
Yeah, tell us about the 60s there, Ziggy.
not the fucking 60s, you asshole. I wasn't even here in the 60s, but I was definitely here in the 80s. And yes, there's a lot of that injected into the bear's persona. Anybody that's done coke would be like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that before."
I've seen that.
Yep.
All right, should we should we rate it? And wrap. Hold on. Where was that one? There was another comment kind of along these lines here. There we go. Zach wants to know, how many lines do you rate it? And Zach is a buddy of mine. I meant to mention this last time he was on. He's started a new podcast recently called "Well, Hello, Mr. Smarty Pants." So go and check that out if you get a chance. They talk about true crime and some other random stuff. They're a couple of longtime friends.
That's a quote from the Chin.
Yeah. So how many lines do you rate it? I'll start with Colonel.
Cocaine Bear. Like I said, I went into this movie totally expecting what I got. I'm not going to knock it for things it didn't have because it's a movie called Cocaine Bear, and I do not see that as being a cop-out for it. It fit the story. I thought it worked fine. The soundtrack was good. Like I said, it didn't take me back to fucking 88. Because like I said, I learned how to wipe my ass and I was watching Ninja Turtles. But it was an enjoyable movie. It was a dumb, enjoyable movie. Just to shut your brain off for 90 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
And go for a fucking ride. I'm going to rate this 6 lines. Like I said, it was entertaining, but I'm done. I'm not going to watch it again.
All right.
I will clean my nose of it. I'm done.
Ziggy.
Yes. I actually, a lot of what the Colonel just said, it strangely enough lines up with how I feel about this movie. It is entertaining for what it is. I don't know. I guess I expect too much of some things named Cocaine Bear, but I mean, in the end, you get exactly what you're promised, and a couple of pretty good kills for the horror fans and the gore fans, and I'm going to match the score, man. I'm going to do 6 as well.
Ooh, wow. All right. Well.
Wait. Let me make sure.
Come on, give me some. Let's go, man. It smells like... Hey,
Yeah,
Hey,
6.
man,
6.
this is salt. And he starts
Hey,
drinking
man,
piss and
salt.
bubbles start coming out.
I didn't put all that on there.
I love next movie, man.
Funny story about that one. Just wait a minute, Crank. Cheech and Chong's next movie, that comes out in 1981. So I am 10 years old.
Whatever.
Or about to be.
20.
And my brother cons my grandmother to take us to see this. He's, 12. And, so here's my sweet white-haired grandma taking, into this movie. All I hear the whole time while we're watching this is her going, "Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Oh, Lord."
What
And
have
we're
I
walking
done?
out. Yeah, I had no business watching that fucking movie, at 10 years old, 9 years old. But walking out, she's like, "You tell your mother we saw Swiss Family Robinson."
That's awesome.
Oh boy.
But I've loved it since that day, that movie.
That's lovely memories of taking advantage of your poor old grandmother. Excellent. Excellent.
My fucking brother.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man, I hate to stay on the Satan train here, but yeah, I'm giving it a 6 too. It's more fun than a 6. I just don't think it's the rewatch value, for me at least. Okay, Ziggy being the resident stoner of the group, you wouldn't get stoned with a bunch of your friends and watch this again?
I would consider doing it with you guys for a Mystery Science Theater style viewing. But other than that, I don't really have a desire to see this either. I mean, there's nothing to figure out. You don't need to watch it again to see what you missed. You didn't miss anything. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I mean, you should see it once just so you can be in on the phenomenon, if for nothing else.
I will say this has a hell of a lot more than like Mystery Science Theater 3000 value than the other film we discussed.
Skinnamarink-a-dink.
No. Please don't mention that title again. Please don't mention that title.
How about Cocaine Bear?
In this house.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never wanted to fly across the states and punch somebody in the face more than I do right now. But hey, that's all right. Well, I'm in. Oh, that guy gets it anytime I see his ass. I will still punch that son of a bitch anytime I ever see him.
Gee, why ain't no knockoff fuckers?
Yeah, that's a hate.
Yeah, six for me, just because it was a fun watch. It could be higher if it had some rewatch value, but I really don't think it does. So, enjoy, folks. But I'm not saying miss it, see it. And somebody mentioned box office earlier. Yeah, I hadn't looked at this yet, but
30 mil, wasn't it?
23.3 mil. Yeah.
Shut up.
Probably World or something, the 30 or whatever that was. Or
Well, hold on. Let me open this up a little more and we'll see.
No, while he's doing that, talking about a great thing, the Mystery Science Theater 3000. Dude, that was part of the fun of watching Beyond. Everybody's there seeing this movie a million fucking times. So we're all just throwing our own jokes about not the fucking movie, we were watching it. Now, I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor at work. First couple hours at work.
fuck, man. I would rather do that and see like a Fulci or Romero over Rocky Horror. You know what I mean? Because I've never seen The Beyond on a big screen.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen all the other ones on the big screen, all the other two of the trilogy.
28 million worldwide.
28 million.
That's not bad.
Yeah. And
there's more coming.
Oh, yeah. I think this is going to be one of those that hangs around for a little while. Strangely, domestically, the new Marvel movie only did 32. Only did less than 9 million more than Cocaine Bear. So
Well, they said
I think
it
that
was supposed to drop by like 72% was what was projected to drop after the opening weekend.
We'll see.
Yeah.
They said that shit about Terrifier. Remember that?
Right.
Oh, it's done now. And they were like,
No,
no.
come on, Ant-Man dropping 72%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tarek says, I really don't give the box office much credit because the title alone put a ton of asses in seats. Yeah, this is definitely a date movie.
Oh, yeah.
This is just a fun date movie.
And the marketing was fucking brilliant. I've seen one shirt that had, like the old Dare shirts, but it said Bear on it in the same font.
Yep.
Like, I want that. I don't even like the movie, but I want that fucking shirt.
That's good.
Faye says, I'll say 6.5 out of 10. Not great for horror, but it's entertaining and it's very honest about its own goofiness, which is how these types of movies need to be done. It doesn't try to be anything that it's not. It knows it's not a 10 out of 10 movie, and I respect that. Seth agrees with me about something.
Think about the rewatchability of it. And
Oh, okay.
Like, more fun than 6, but
Yeah. Thank you, Seth. Tarek says that actually makes a lot of sense. Crank, it's as fun as a 6 implied. The parts that are less than a 6 are a little more on the nose. You could take it that way if you want, but yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah, and Faye says, yeah, no rewatch value at all, really.
None.
I think if everyone started getting stoned and watching this, you're gonna get bored, and the conversation's gonna
Drift away.
right. It's hard to hold you like that outside of a theater where you've got no choice. You got to watch it.
It's almost a good movie to have on in the background when you're just kind of like hanging out, and then every now and then going, "Oh, hey, there's a scene," here's the ambulance scene or whatever,
Yep. Yeah.
Tarek says, "Did Crank just predict that Disney will buy it? MCU Phase 12. Cocaine Bear is a superhero." Actually, I think he's going to be in the new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 4. Cocaine Bear is going to be a character.
The long lost, mother of the raccoon.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, they're going to reboot it since James Gunn's leaving. So,
well, there you are, folks. Cocaine Bear 6, 6, and 6. Yikes!
Yes! I like it.
All right. Sub-content, bonus content, ladies and gentlemen. I have no graphic to display for this, so we'll just take that off and then go back to this. And Adam wants to know Colonel's opinion on Knock at the Cabin. We told him to stick around, and he did. He stuck around for over an hour to hear what you had to say. So, Colonel, take it away.
He sure as hell did stick around for an hour. I'm sorry to disappoint. No, I'm joking. Dude, Knock at the Cabin is probably the best M. Night movie I've seen in a long fucking time.
Wow.
And I know I saw his comment earlier where he's like, I'm not sure if I like it or not yet, which I kind of had that same feeling. Like, I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. But like, literally as soon as the credits hit, I'm like, I don't know. I had to think about it. And I was like, I kind of lean towards, I think I like it. Batista, fucking great. Acted his ass off way better than I thought he fucking could. Maybe that's what helped this movie a lot. Cause I'm used to, Batista, Dax and Guardians of the Galaxy, and what was that other movie he did? Army of the Dead. Where I'm like, I guess he's acting with cops, but that movie is so long and boring. I kind of just didn't take him seriously.
Right.
But he's just like they all did a great fucking job. I don't want to spoil it, but I think I want to spoil it because it's been out long enough for now.
Don't spoil it.
It's been out for over a month. It's not even.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it yet. Zig hasn't seen it yet.
You guys aren't going to fucking watch it, or you already would have. Crank, you probably would watch it. So you ain't going to watch it.
Okay. I got to go get some more soda, so you spoil it while I step away.
It'll be a quick spoiler.
I'll be back in like
I'll take my
60
buds
seconds.
out. I'll take my buds out.
All right.
You just
I'll be
give me
back in
the
60
high
seconds.
time when you're done.
All right, Adam. This is for me and you, dude. And anybody else is watching, if you don't want spoilers, I'm sorry. You're going to get one. What I think I like the most about this is that every M. Night movie you expect a twist, because after Sixth Sense he has to have a twist. There's no fucking twist in this one. I love that. No fucking twist. The movie is what it fucking is. And I applaud him for that. I was like, thank you. I think that's what that and Batista's performance is what pushed me towards the like side. I think I did rank it, Adam. Let me hurry up and look at my notes. So I know we didn't cover it on here, but I still wanted to put a ranking on it for my end of the year. Cabin at the Door, I did not rank it. Fuck. But I'd probably give it a solid 6.5 or 7. Probably 6.5. Because I'm just still not a huge fan of M. Night, but I thought it was pretty good. All right, I think you guys are good. I think you're good. Just don't read the comments.
Okay. I didn't hear any of that.
7. After reading that, you boosted me up to a 7, Adam.
Is it safe? Is it safe?
It's safe. Like I said, just don't read the comments for a little bit.
Okay. I'll try my best, but that's kind of part of my job is to read the comments.
just get it along.
Shit. All right. So, enjoyable movie, though?
Oh yeah. I texted you guys when I came out.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. Like,
One of the better M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movies in a while.
yeah. And I'm still not an M Night fan, but this is a good watch.
All right.
Crank, I think you're going to like it a hell of a lot more than I did.
It's playing tomorrow, so I'm going to try to go see it tomorrow. But
But
like I said.
it has Crank movie written all over it. I'm telling you.
Oh, so it's slow.
No, not really. It's appropriately paced throughout. It does a good job building up the suspension. Suspension.
Crank
Whatever.
movie all
It's
over
good.
it.
It's good.
Now I'm going to walk out offended just because you call it a Crank movie all over, and then I'm going to see one moment in the movie that says that, and I'm going to be like, motherfucker.
No, I'll be honest. I finally got around to watching a true Crank movie last night, or attempting to watch it. The Witch. I had never seen it. I finally was like, I probably need to watch this movie. Dude,
Not my favorite. I did watch it not too long ago, and Anya is great in it, but other than that, I don't know. I need to watch it again though, because I don't think I got the full thing when I did watch it.
Because I did fall asleep. I liked how everything was very. I'm a sucker for details. If you're doing a time like a period movie, the details are fucking solid. I was like, okay. But that's all I really had for it. It was a slow motherfucking burn. Fucking slow. It was like one of those really long, slow Taco Bell farts that just burn your asshole and just keeps going forever. Crank knows what I'm talking about.
I absolutely know what you're talking about.
It was like that, dude.
Goddamn right.
Okay.
What the hell is the matter with you anyway?
We Have a Ghost. Oh, I did watch I did also watch the Megan unrated cut, which has about 4 seconds more than the
I did
theatrical
too.
cut.
I didn't notice a single fucking difference, dude.
I
realized right there after I watched, I was like, did I accidentally watch the theatrical version? That's exactly what I remember.
So, the power washing scene is nothing added to it.
I don't think, but maybe
I don't think
it's,
so, but maybe like a split second.
One of the 4 seconds.
yeah.
Then the kid getting hit by a truck, I thought I'd get a little more out of it. Nothing. You might get a little more out of
The ear was longer, slightly, but not much.
And I think I heard her drop an F-bomb once. But then again, at that point, I was just looking for fucking anything to try to find it. I was like, I don't remember that was in the theatrical one, but it's PG-13 in the theater. You're allowed one F-bomb, so it probably was.
I will be honest though. I didn't necessarily watch it per se. I had it on while I was cleaning house because I had some my friends from New Orleans who I stayed with over Halloween. I had them coming up this weekend to stay a couple days, and had to clean the house a little bit. So I had it on in the background while I was cleaning the house. But when it came to certain scenes, I would stop and kind of watch it. But I didn't like sit down and focus on it, and But yeah, I didn't really notice. Well, see, man, we're not wrong. Adam says same. I didn't notice a difference on the unrated. Watched it yesterday. So
That's what I'm saying. Like, I literally thought I watched the theatrical version again. I was like, did I fuck up? So I went and made sure I clicked the unrated version, fast forward to the kills. I'm like, no, it's the same shit. I literally just watched this.
it's the same goddamn shit.
I was an hour and a half fucking wasted.
I will save my time then and not watch it.
Oh, if you haven't seen it, watch it.
I did see the movie, but I
okay.
I'm not gonna watch the
Oh, that's right. We all
remember
reviewed it.
we reviewed it.
Dude, that was a month
all
ago.
this saying, I can't wait till the unrated version comes out and see if it changes my mind. It sure as fuck did. That movie went down, bro.
I still think it's a fun movie. I enjoyed it for what it was, but
It went down. I'm like, fuck, this is terrible.
all right.
I did not like it.
Tarek says he's sold. He will watch Cabin or Knock at the Cabin. He also says The Witch was awful, scary as a flower pattern. Oof. Rosie didn't like The Witch either. And Adam says cinematography on The Witch was good. Other than that, meh. Yeah, the details, like you said, the cinematography, the film looked amazing. But, Anya's good. The rest, meh.
I mean, it's almost like a disadvantage taking, with the broadcasting class and how to shoot and everything and how to light a set. And they teach you all that. And so that's all you see now when you watch some of these movies, and if
It's just technically refined filmmaking.
I mean, fuck, and when they really do it great, it stands out. But man, you notice everything they don't do right, especially in a timepiece or anything. That's when that one movie, I don't even remember what the fuck it was anymore, but it was like, I ain't buying it, man. They could have shot it.
There's a bunch I bitched about on this fucking show.
That-
Fan films and made film and full feature films alike. If you do a timepiece, be fucking accurate. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Don't
fuck it up.
You mentioned something right there, Colonel, and I wanna address this. Ladies and gentlemen, besides, and this may change, but I think our opinion as a group, we briefly talked about this, is that in the future, we're basically pretty much out of the fan film business. Now, there are a couple of exceptions. We will be covering Never Hike Alone 2 when it comes out. We will more than we already are supporters on that. I can't remember what our level was on that, and we are likely going to be attending the world premiere of that when it comes out in at Telluride in October.
If we're welcome. Oh, if we're welcome, we'll go.
Why wouldn't we be? Why wouldn't we?
We want to give it the full treatment. Then got to do it right.
Oh, we're down for that.
Yeah.
The second exception is going to be Dylan's New Nightmare from Cecil Laird, featuring Dave McRae as Freddy Krueger, and also starring Miko Hughes, reprising his role as Dylan from New Nightmare. The third exception will be the sequel to It's Me, Billy, also written and directed by Dave McRae, the Black Christmas sequel. Other than that, we are out of the fan film business. I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of issues going on with fan film, and most of the rest of the fan films weren't that great. So I was thinking about it not too long ago. Somebody asked me about it, and I was like, man, I probably watched 100 fan films over the last 2 or 3 years, and 6 of them are worth a damn. That's a bad run. So,
hey,
I know Colonel hates them.
We've got a large collection, and we support it that way. We'll post it on our page and stuff, links to your movies. No problem. We've got a section for you for that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do.
And some of these, but I mean, I don't know. I never say never, because you never know what someone might do something that we think that's fucking cool, and we can't help but get involved with it or take a look at it and stuff. But I mean, it is goofy out there. There's a lot of stuff going on, and we've got other things we're focusing on in directions we're going that are going the opposite way of the fan film. So that's kind of what brought us to that. So,
right. And I know Colonel hates the fan.
Yeah, and I'm jumping for joy. I know even Zach said, well, in the future, there's something that's YouTube. There's going to be a we when it comes to fan films. In my opinion, for me, I'm all up for people doing what they want to do. I'm with Crank. These fan films are a waste of fucking time. And if I'm going to, at this point, going out with It's Me, Billy Part 2, whichever, I'm assuming that's going to be the last one that comes out, that's a good one to go out on. Because It's Me, Billy, I fucking love that.
It's great.
Really good. Really good.
Yeah.
One of the few that are really good. I mean, if there's anything I really want to push, I'd rather push people making independent films, making their own material. I don't want to push people making movies for properties that have been around for 40, 50 years. Right. I want to see something new.
All right. Devil's advocate, just for a second. Let's say...
Don't go too far.
I'm not. Someone pops out there, and studio's not going to do it, but we've acquired the rights to do a Halloween fan film with Danielle Harris continuing Jamie Lloyd's adventure, her role. What would you say to a fan film like that? I mean, you know, that wouldn't say nothing. Her being involved. Now, I don't know. Like, I mean, I mean, like it'd have to be like her starring in it, you know, not just like a cameo.
Well, even her starring in it, I've seen other.
I mean, it'd be a, you know, let's say it's a 45-minute movie, but she's going to play Jamie Lloyd throughout the thing. She's not just going to come in like Roseblood, like Lar Park Lincoln comes in, she's in the beginning, she's at the end. You know what I mean? They kind of bookend her in there. I'm talking like this is hypothetical too. Like she's like, I'm in. The Brinks truck backed up. I'm into this fan film. We're fucking doing it.
Obviously, we can change our mind down the road.
That's what I'm saying. Never say never. Something like
I'm
that.
not saying,
It'd have
I'm
to be
not
epic.
saying never.
It would have to be epic. It would have to be major.
It would literally, and a well-named director that wants to make his own Halloween film better be attached to it before I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Like I'm serious. For you guys to get me to budge on this, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take some highly unlikely scenarios Zach just spewed out to me to make me fucking budge.
That's all I wanted. Just you know, that absolutely is under the banner of never say never. So, yeah.
I'm not saying never, but I'm just saying for now.
Right.
We're going to be primarily out of the fan film business. There are still a bunch that are out there that are trying to get made, and honestly, I don't really know why. I mean, make your own movies. Do an original idea.
Well, I never would thought that I would be experiencing oversaturation or something I would be sick of, you know. But man, I mean, the dude's right. There's so many we watched, and there's a lot out there, man. From the guys in the backyard with a Betamax camcorder that's plugged into a wall, I mean, all the way up to stuff like, you know, where they spend some money on it, you know, 30, 100,000, 200,000. I mean, so we've seen it all in between, and you can unfortunately scrape off a lot of it as it's not very good, you know, but I like the fact that we have a place for them to display it and some place we can point them to. Right. You want to watch it, go see it, and then you want to tell us we're wrong, abso-fucking-lutely. Let's do it that way.
When I say we're out of the business, I just mean we're not going to necessarily be doing any more reviews. We're probably not going to have any more directors on. We're probably not going to have any more, past stars that come back unless it's a big name. And everything is just production-wise, pre-production-wise, is just the right mix. But we got to get out of this because I'll say this, there's some dick measuring contests going on out there, and I don't want to say we're stuck in the middle of it, but we could easily be pulled into the middle of it, and we don't want to be pulled into the middle of it.
Right. We've gone to great lengths to make sure we represent everybody equally in this kind of field and what we've been doing. And we've achieved that to this point. And I think we can go out that way. So let's enjoy Never Hike Alone 2 coming. Let's enjoy Dylan's New Nightmare and our coverages. This is the kind of thing that brings you to the DCS. We'll do it. We're going to give it our due diligence on these next three. And especially it's me, Billy, because we're getting in on this one. We really believe in that one a lot too. So
now watch one of them drop the ball on it and we just have to rip it over the coals.
Oh, and we will, and that's part of the honesty. I hope that's part of the reason some of these guys respect what we do, because we haven't, said, "Oh, you tell it like it is around here," and that's what we're always going to do. And no one's going to tell us anything about hanging or what to do or where to do it. Ain't going to happen. We're DCS. We're going to do it our way, and we'll cover what we want. But I mean, as far as fan films, this is the end. It's coming to an end.
Yeah, I wanted to go ahead and go on the record, on our terms about this before you may start hearing some other weird shit, or you've already started hearing some weird shit.
It's inevitable that this is going to come out and everything, but it ain't coming from us. So,
right.
Yeah.
All right.
Like them.
Thank you, guys.
And films. He doesn't like. Yes.
All right. Let's see. All right. Andy said he liked The Witch personally. I'm pumped that Eggers is making Nosferatu and Defoe is on board. I am pumped for that as well. But
I think that's going to be fucking amazing. Just that guy has got that kind of gothic eye.
Yeah.
Kinda,
he's perfect for that.
Yeah.
I'm anxious for that too, and I like some of Eggers' other stuff. But
Jesus Christ.
And like I said, I need to watch it again, like where I'm more focused and not distracted. Patricia says she's going to the convention this weekend. I'll be plugging you guys. Absolutely, get a lot of photos and
having a blast. I'm happy for you.
Oh yeah,
happy for you. I hope you have a great time this weekend.
Yes, enjoy yourself.
She is talking about Horror Realm Con, which is going on in Pittsburgh this weekend, folks. If you're up in the area, go make sure and check that out. Got a pretty good lineup.
Yeah, who's that main guest? That's isn't Damien going there?
Damien, David.
Yeah.
It was decent. Who else was going there?
There's like two really big ones.
Yeah, like who's one? Ooh, that's a
couple of the Night of the Demons. I think Lene's there.
Yeah, Quigley and other chick.
Oh yeah,
Amelia Kincaid.
Yes, thank you. The other chick.
Woo.
Well,
I just pulled that name
out in that movie, and I didn't see the others. So guess whose name I remembered? I'm sorry, Craig.
I pulled that name out of my ass. To be honest with you, I was just like, I zoned out for a minute, and I remembered like past posts from like in my head. I was like, oh, Amelia Kincaid. I was like, oh, okay, there we go. So
the spirit world.
All right, here we go. Oh, here we go. Adam says, just bought my first Death Curse Society shirt. Rock on, man. Thank you very much. Make sure to snap a photo and send it to us when you get it. Of you in it, of course. We won't use it unless you let us, but we just like to see people in our shirts, man.
All photos become property of Death Curse Society upon receipt and copyright pending.
No. Jesus Christ.
Adam's a good guy. Known him for a while.
Tarek says, bingo. Enjoy the fan films as you will. You don't have to focus on the whole category. Just love the parts you love for a reason. And that was, I think that was part of the mistake we fell down. We didn't just focus on the ones that we really liked for a reason. We, like everybody did, we tried to spread the love amongst everybody. And that spread us way too thin, and not everybody is meant to make movies.
There's a lot get offered without solicitation. You know what I mean? It's just kind of they just show up, and it's
Oh, check out this.
If I didn't have a job and a 10-year-old that I was trying to raise by myself, I might get a chance to watch 20 of these that I get a fucking month. It's crazy. It's a lot of them. But hey, keep making them. And as we always been saying from day fucking one, the cream will rise to the top.
All right.
That's the 80-year-old Randy Savage.
Yeah, that was awful, dude.
Yeah, that was
I don't
rough.
think it was better than
I'm not doing that. Fucking dude's dead. He was 56 years old or 60 years old. He died from doing that fucking straining shit with the veins. That's what killed him.
That and all the cocaine.
That or the steroids. The steroids.
And probably Elizabeth.
That's a lot of stress. She was boning all of them back there.
She died a long time before he did. It was probably the failure of his rap album, to be honest with you.
Oh, God, I've been seeing that make the rounds again.
Couldn't they put it out on fucking vinyl? I want it.
Let's not speak illy of the dead, man. Come on.
I'm not. Fucking Macho Man Randy Savage. He's the shit.
Dig it.
Ooh, yeah. All right, let's wrap this up, guys. I want to go jump back into Sons of the Forest. Colonel, send them out for the night.
Selfish prick.
Well, thank you for
Fuck
joining
you.
us, Cocaine Bear. Yes. Frank, I can't believe we're going to cover this. I can totally believe we're going to cover it because we said we were going to, so here we are. If you haven't seen it, go see it by all means. This is a lot of fun tonight. I am going to try to wrap this up. I've had a pee for like the last 15 minutes. And after the fucking 4-hour marathon last weekend.
3. 3.
It's nice to end a little early tonight. I'm just going to say, so don't get sick, wash your dick, and don't smell like a Scuba Steve. Use Summer's Eve.
Ziggy.
Love that. It's hard to follow that ending, man. Boy, tonight was fun, man. I after the Tommy McLaughlin interview, I was like, man, we're going in here with Cocaine Bear with after that. This is going to be
a
brutal.
downer.
This was one of the most fun shows we've ever done. I was speaking absolutely honestly. It spawned some great stories and shit tonight. Well done by you guys throwing in questions at us. This is what it's all about. Just love to see this on a much grander scale. It would really fucking be sweet. But thank you. You're the sweet ones for coming. We love you. More great stuff to come. We don't have a topic for next week yet. We'll figure something out, but it's coming at you. See you then.
That's right.
Did you scissors? Did I say scissors?
Scissors?
He's scissoring.
Right.
Oh, God. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it.
It's a wrestling thing.
We'll get taken
you
out.
Watch AEW, Scissor Me Daddy.
We'll get taken off.
We might.
Restricted.
Less that and more this.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, not sure what we're doing next week, but we'll throw something out there here shortly. The week after that, though, we've got our Scream 6 review coming up on March 13th. And then also on March 24th, guys, we're going to be in Cincinnati at Horror Hound. We're going to be all over that bitch that weekend, and it's going to be a lot of fun. All 4 of us are going to be there. The Colonel,
I got to clean my house.
the Ziggy, the C-Phase, and myself will be checking out Horror Hound and getting all the kinds of footage that we can get to share for you.
And Colonel is on the party favors.
That's right. That's right. Not really, because I have a dog and someone needs to be here to watch that dog. So, but damn, I got to clean my house. And to be honest with you guys, I'm still debating on running down to Lexington that Sunday if Horror Hound's completely dead that Sunday, so I can meet Sam Raimi.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Or you could just go to Frightmare in May and meet him there.
Fuck your birthday, kid.
Happy birthday 2 weeks early. You'll never know.
Yep.
Shit.
Nah, I know.
I don't have a photographic fucking memory, dude. The shit she remembers scares me.
And but this I think I can announce now. But March 27th, we will be having Ian Carpenter and shit, forgot his name.
That's it.
Ian Carpenter, shut the fuck up, Ziggy. Ian Carpenter and Aaron Martin, the showrunner and one of the head writers and creators of the TV show Slasher, which is going into its 5th season on Shudder on April 6th. Those two will be joining us on March 27th to talk about that show. We'll get them to talk about the Terror Train remakes that they've done recently. And another new movie that they've got coming up, maybe called Fuck, Marry, Kill, that's in the pipeline coming out soon. So I'm really looking forward to talking to them because I like talking to writers. These guys,
What?
they have to do research now, so they're pissed off.
I got to watch some stuff to get brushed up on it for sure. I want to be on it.
You kidding me? Slasher 5 seasons worth?
Yeah.
4. You only have to watch 4.
Oh, no. I only have to read the synopsis for each episode of all 4 seasons.
You guys suck.
You know what? For that kind of marathon, I'm going to need a little help.
Who the fuck do you think you're
Hi. Great movie. But yeah, we've got all that in the pipeline and lots more, so stick around. Last time, I want to thank our members. Our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, Christy, Patricia, Tanya, and Tyrone. Our crazy Ralph Raymond. And our camp counselors, S. Michael, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Kiara, and Dave. All right. So, thanks again for watching, everybody. We do appreciate it, and we will catch you next time. And, DCS out. Woo!